Give me one reason to stay here, then I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, then I'll turn right back around. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Baby, I've got your number, and I know that you got mine. You know that I call you, I call too many times. You got to call me, baby. You can call me anytime. You got to call me. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here. Oh, I'll turn right back around. Said I don't want to leave you lonely. You better make me change my mind.
Warning: this podcast features adult subject matter, adult language, and things not meant for children to hear. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been warned. We might, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we may have the first, fingers crossed, smooth broadcast of anything on this channel so far. And I'm very happy with that, because this is not just a broadcast. This isn't going to be a show. This is just a quick little message that I wanted to take a moment to record. Now that it looks like I may have things somewhat getting closer to dialed in, let me be very blunt. This mug, it's not for everyone, and I understand that. I own mirrors. I can't imagine what it would be like to be forced to stare at this face for hours on end, so in that line of thinking, along with, courtesy to other people who would like to hear but not have to deal with this, and the folks that just have no interest in watching but would like to hear, as of right now, ta-da! Oops, it didn't send. Let me try that again. There we go. In the chat here, you will see, as of right now, the audio version of the I'm No Joe podcast, and then subsequently, possibly the What Did I Say show. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not yet. But the I'm No Joe podcast, for sure, the main episodes, in pure audio form, will now be available through Anchor, anchor.fm/I'mNoJoe. You can use that to launch to any of your preferred platforms where all podcasts can be found. We are already on Spotify. If everything goes as planned, we should be on Apple Music and iTunes before the weekend is out. But either way, there is now another way to consume the I'm No Joe podcast without having to deal with this mug, and I get it. I've lived with it my entire life. I don't blame you for not wanting to see it, but I will say some of the interesting things that come out of this mouth are definitely worth listening to and laughing at, in my opinion. And not to say that my friends aren't all supermodels. either, but none of us are surviving on our Instagram influencing alone, and I can't speak for them, but I know I don't have a Sephora contract, and the only secret I've ever known about Victoria is that she charges too much for fucking underwear, so that's not going to do it. But I wanted to give folks an option here so that they didn't have to watch this mug if they didn't want to, and a lot of people these days still do listen to audio-only podcasts, so I wanted to make that an option for folks who choose to go that route as well. Anchor.fm/I'mNoJoe is where you can get all of your audio fixes from our shenaniganry. But that's it. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to everybody who helped push us through 2019. And hang on, folks, because 2020 is looking to be mighty interesting. There are a lot of things in the works, as this is just the first of many announcements I have got for the I'm No Joe podcast in 2020. And I don't know if you can tell by the stupid grin on my face, but I'm really excited about what we've got in the works, and I hope you are too. So the links are in the chat here for all of the various places that you can track down the I'm No Joe podcast. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Mixer, and we are now on Anchor. That means we are on Spotify, we are on Pocket Cast, we are on Anchor FM's individual broadcast, SoundCloud to be coming up shortly, I believe, Apple Music, and iTunes before the weekend if everything goes right, knock on wood. So we are branching out. We are finally getting some technical difficulties somewhat dialed in. Hopefully they get even more dialed in from here, but big things coming from the I'm No Joe podcast in 2020. So hang on and get ready for one hell of a ride. But that is what I have for this evening. So thank you again to everybody who helped get us here, and thank you again to everybody who is helping push us through 2020 into God knows where this thing is going to go. But that's all we've got for now. Remember, don't let ignorance stop you. You can root for anything. Unless it's Jeffrey Epstein actually having killed himself. In that case, just you already know.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fainting to a slip, and a kicking from the hip, everybody was